Preheat 350.
I'm Carolina.
And I'm Jeff.
And we have a fantastic show for you today. To start with, we have a shrimp chow mein, and that's going to go together with a garden fresh Asian salad. So a little twist on that.
Yeah.
And then for dessert, we have lemon squares.
Ooh, great.
Sounds good,
that
right?
Sounds awesome.
So then let's get started. We're going to start with our dessert, which are the lemon squares, and we have our oven preheating at 350 already.
All right.
And so what I have in here is lemon cake mix. You buy that right next to like all the other cake mix aisle. And then what we're going to put in that are these 2 eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in there.
All right. You're good at that with one hand.
I do it a lot, yeah. I like to bake. And then I'm going to wash my hands because I just touched the eggs.
Okay.
And then if you can go ahead and get a 3rd cup of oil in there, and then go ahead and start stirring.
Mixing. All right. Great. Put 1/3 cup. Put that in there. About how long should I start doing this?
Pretty much just want to keep doing it until all the ingredients are incorporated.
Okay.
So all that cake batter is mixed in.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and start greasing up the pan. I'm going to put a little bit of oil over there. Grab that oil from you. I'm just drizzling in a little bit of oil just to make sure that the lemon squares don't stick to the bottom. So I'm just going to rub this in with a napkin, make sure that I get all the sides. We don't want any of that sticking. How's it looking over there, Jeff?
It's going good. Kind of hard to mix, but I'm getting it.
Yeah, you just keep stirring that. I personally love lemon squares. I like the tartness of it. Have you ever tried them, Jeff?
Yeah, I have. I like them.
Yeah, I really like them. It kind of gives it the sweet, but at the same time you've got that freshness from the lemon.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're getting from the bottom. If you need to use your rubber spatula to scrape all the sides.
Okay.
And that's looking about right. So if you want, grab that rubber spatula, Jeff.
All right.
You can just pour that in here. I'll hold this.
We'll just plop it in there.
Just plop it in there. It's such a pretty yellow.
It is. Nice. It's not the same as just your normal
Let
yellow
me help
cake
you out
mix.
there.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm
I'm
doing, so
gonna
you go
scrape
for
the
it.
bowl. Whoop. I just got a little bit.
Making a
on the
mess of
counter.
me now. I'm always the one getting stuff
I
everywhere. Now it's
know.
you this week.
Look at me.
It's not a big deal. I'll just go ahead. Is this bad for you to eat? If I just
It's got salmonella.
fish good anyway.
Don't do that at home.
Good if you want. If you want to tell me no.
All right. So I am just going to
Lemony.
smooth this out.
Good.
I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes. And when we come back, we'll get started on our chow mein.
Welcome back to Preheat 350.
What we have here in front of us is the foundation for our chow mein. So in this bowl already, I have seasoning mix. And this is, a chow mein seasoning mix. You can get this in the aisle where all the seasonings are, or some supermarkets have, those like Oriental sections, the Asian sections. That's where you can find that. So to this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Even that already smells good.
You can already smell it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So we've got 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
And then we're going to add teriyaki sauce to that. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of teriyaki sauce. So measure that out. We've got 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Go ahead and take
All
it
right.
over to the sink for you.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
Mhm.
And then we're going to add some vegetable oil. Jeff, I need that back. Come on back.
I'm just going to wash it out for you then.
Oh, thanks. To that, I'm going to add a 3rd cup of water. Thank you. And then I'm going to add the vegetable oil, which is 2 tablespoons. 1 and 2. All right. So now that we've got the foundation all in the bowl, I'm going to start stirring. Actually, Jeff, if you want to stir this all together, make sure that it all gets incorporated, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get in our pot of boiling water. Very important that it's boiling. I have here chow mein noodles, and I also got this in like the Asian section at the supermarket. I'm just gonna stick this into the water. You don't have to break it apart, just lay it right in there.
It's kind of look like ramen noodles almost.
It's really similar to ramen noodles. It's kind of the same idea. So they cook really fast. You don't want to forget about them. About 3 to 4 minutes. They're really thin, and you don't want to overcook them because then they get kind of sticky.
If you're
That's not good.
in a little bit of a hurry and you need to like boil water a little bit faster, like is there a way to like make it go faster? Just turn it on high or?
I mean, yeah, boiling water you always want on high. You can add a little bit of salt, but I would stay away from the salt for something like this simply because our sauce, our foundation over here, has a lot of salt in it.
Okay.
So that's why I don't want to. While you finish stirring, I'm going to start slicing our onion. I'm going to move over to your left, Jeff. I chose a yellow sweet onion just because I really like the flavor of a sweet onion.
Okay.
It's a little milder, so it's not so harsh, not so oniony, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm just removing the top layer, that like dry skin part you don't want.
And this is starting to come together as well. It's looking good.
Yeah, it smells really nice. All right, so I am just giving wedges. So first thing, you want to cut off both ends of your onion.
Okay.
And you want to do that because I'm removing the root.
Mhm.
You don't really want to eat the
Yeah.
root. It's kind of hard. And so I'm just going to give nice little wedges. Just cutting it in.
Now I know or a lot of people have problems with crying and getting lots of tears when they chop onions. Is there anything to stay away from that? Any
There is.
tips?
So what you can actually do is this is a neat trick. You can put your onion either in the freezer or in ice water, and that kind of freezes all the molecules so that when you cut it, it doesn't kind of go into the air. Or you can wet your hands, and then when you're cutting, all the molecules get stuck to your hand first. Yeah.
So then your hands just smell bad.
Yep. Well, yeah, I mean, you're touching food.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be a cook, there are things that come with it. So Jeff, if you will, just give that a stir, break it up, because right now it's all kind of stuck together.
Okay.
Give the ramen, or the chow mein noodles.
Do you have a recommendation of what I should use
You
for that?
can use that,
Go ahead and
that's
use
fine.
this?
Any
All
kind
right.
of tongs or spoon that you want to use.
Oh yeah, these are
Already feels soft, right?
very soft.
Yeah, so just break it up apart, and then you can go ahead and strain that in a colander.
Okay.
Remove all that water because we don't want any of that water thinning out our sauce, our good foundation for this chow mein. Looks about right.
All right. So just go bring it over.
Yep, just go strain that over. And when we come back, we will start putting together all the ingredients that go in our chow mein.
If you're just joining us, we're about to make our chow mein.
So what we've gotten here are all the ingredients that we're gonna eventually put in that pot. We have our chow mein straining right now.
Okay.
It's in a colander, and to make sure all that liquid gets out so it doesn't water out our delicious sauce. So Jeff, if you want to take some of that vegetable oil, just drizzle it on the pot.
Okay.
Not to coat the whole bottom, but just enough to like
Just a little bit.
drizzle.
That good? A little
That
bit more?
looks- Do a little bit more all around.
Just to get it. Oh, okay.
Good, that looks good. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take these shrimp, and these are frozen shrimp. You can get them, in the frozen section. I chose frozen simply because I think they cook faster and it's cheaper. They taste the same,
Still same great fresh taste?
fresh taste. I'm just gonna dump these in. You can hear that sizzling?
Yep.
That's exactly what I want because that sizzling is what will kind of shock those shrimp. It's gonna cook it really fast and, keep all the juices in the shrimp.
Okay.
So if you want to give that one little stir.
All right. Just get these all coated in vegetable oil.
Yep.